Part of London's East End, a unique Anglo-Bangladeshi supercar company has sprung up.
Oi.
Maverick car designer Leepu,
I'm independent,
and old-school Cockney mechanic Bernie
Leepu, you know, I've got to get going on this thing.
have been set up with some of the best in the chopping business. Panel beaters Julian and Zia and welder Terry. The new business has to mould scrap like this into supercars like this in just 3 weeks. If not, the whole chop shop enterprise will fail.
This seems like a bloody impossible task. It really does.
Not only must their cars look the dream, they must run like a dream too. Now, as the pressure's on to start the next car, Leepu's desperately searching for inspiration, and maybe he's found it at the beach.
2, 1, 0!
It's Monday morning in Bethnal Green, and as businessman Bernie does the books, he realises that the chop shop is in dire financial straits.
I am worried. My arse is totally and utterly on the line. If I lose everything, I'll just start again, and that ain't easy. Not at my age.
It's been 6 weeks since the chop shop opened, and right from day one, it's been a tough ride. Their first car, Sumo 1, was cremated by a stray welding spark.
Fucking hell!
Like a phoenix from the ashes, Sumo 2 was born. This squat-bodied supercar with its 170 brake horsepower engine is a complete one-off, but it still has to be converted into cash. So, with no returns to date, the business is teetering on the brink. The answer? To send Leepu to Brands Hatch to get the best price possible for the magnificent Sumo car. Prestigious auctioneers Coys are today selling some of the world's top classic cars, and Sumo 2 is among them. Now his 3-week creation is bumper to bumper with such all-time greats, Leepu is clearly awestruck.
Seeing all these cars, so I'm just a kid on the ground, you know, I'm just a kid walking. I'm trying to walk, and all these great people, you know, great designers have designed these cars, and my car is among them. I'm very happy. It's going to sell a very good price.
And I need to sell that car to earn a profit, pay some bills, at least £20,000 to £25,000.
Okay, we start bidding at 20,000, at 10,000 then, at 10,000, at 10,000, at £5,000, surely at 5, thank you, 5, 2, 5, 5. 7,000, 7,000. I took the 7. I'm sorry. I'll take that 7. 7, 7. Thank you. What's your number?
Oh, it's sold! Bernie will be very happy. Money's coming in the garage. You've got to build better car than that. You know, I love it.
What Leepu doesn't realise is that Bernie's put an £8,000 reserve on the car, so it hasn't sold at all. Bernie was hoping the BMW would make them some serious money, but now the budget's tighter than ever.
Our belts are going to have to be pulled in so tight they're going to fucking strangle you. I wanted 20 to 25 grand for that.
Without a sale yet, the pair need to be creative about maximising profits. So, they go on the prowl in one of the East End's tattiest scrapyards, hoping for a hidden gem. But even Bernie's shocked at some of the specimens.
It's a real shithole, isn't it?
It's not the year we were supposed to look for a car.
How am I supposed to know? I just thought they might have something here, like a good shell. Alright, come on then, let's fuck off, let's go.
Just when they decide to get out of this hole, a white knight appears.
What's that?
What are you looking at?
It's old Polo.
Everything is taken off from the car. It's completely naked, bare shell.
So?
Look like
Leepu's spirits lift when he finds the scrapyard owner speaks his language. And he decides to have a bit of a tin bath at Bernie's expense.
Right guy.
Well, introduce me for fuck's sake.
Wait a second. अच्छा ये आपको इंट्रोड्यूस करता हूँ ये टक्कू जो है ना ये टक्कू बुड्ढा ये मेरा पार्टनर है, ये बता, ये इसमें ये दिमाग में खराब है। कितने चाहिए इसको?
ये तो 200-250 पाउंड का होगा मुकम्मल।
How much?
200-300 pounds.
Tell him I want to buy the car. I don't want to fucking sleep with him. 75.
75, my friend, too much less now.
Too much, all right, 50.
Up now, no down.
£70 with all the bits, and we're taking away. I'll drive it away now.
ठीक है? Or he's willing. Should I pay him?
Huh? Pay him? I'll tell you something, for 70 quid, I'd kiss the man. 20.
At 70 quid, the car looks like a bargain, until Leepu tries the steering wheel.
That's it.
Shit car you bought. Shit. You brought me all the way down here to buy a shit car like this? There's thousands of cars laying around London.
Think positive.
And it's not just Leepu Bernie's got to convince.
Well, guys, what do you think? Well, come on, have a comment or something. You're standing there like, where's your vision? Look at it, it's ideal.
You bought the worst fucking piece of shit junk from the wrecking yard.
Coming up, Leepu performs some radical surgery on the 70 quid banger.
Bert, I made your piece of shit into 2 pieces now.
And despite the lack of funds, he comes up with an extravagant, innovative design which drives Bernie to distraction.
You know, sometimes it's enough to make even a pope swear.
Money's tight at the chop shop, so Bernie's bought a clapped-out Polo for a song.
20.
Car you bought. Shit.
With a 3-week deadline to transform this lump of junk into sex on wheels, Leepu's not impressed.
You bought the worst fucking piece of shit junk from the wrecking yard.
Day 2, and back in the East End, as Leepu makes his way to work along the canal, there's only one thing on his mind: how to turn an ugly duckling into a thing of beauty. And once he's arrived at work, Leepu seems to be close to hatching a concept. But it's still stuck inside his head, and the rest of the team can only watch whilst Leepu engages in a strange courting ritual with the car. Finally, after half an hour of stifling their giggles, the egg hatches, and the idea is born.
Hey, Bernie, come on. Well, Bernie, I got a great concept for your piece of shit. If you want to sell it for millions. So, only great idea I have in my mind now. It's a swan car.
That has a piece of bleeding metal. How's this going to look like a bloody swan? What do you put feathers in the roof?
That's the difference between me as a designer and a mechanic. If you want to sell a piece of shit for millions, that's the only way to go.
Leepu's ingenious idea is to make a 6-wheeled pickup truck with wings and rear wheel arches shaped like a swan's back.
It's got wide
But
wings.
there's one major snag.
And it's got a tail.
To turn his vision into reality, Leepu needs to extend the car's chassis.
To do tail and the wings together, I need to add another car to make it bigger, longer.
So now you want me to go and get another car?
Yes, I need another set of wheels. Get me another Polo. Get me same Polo you bought.
Having mercilessly slagged off the Polo, he now wants Bernie to find him another one to weld on the back.
Go!
That's what I have to put up with.
After all the efforts to keep costs down by buying cheap, Bernie's about to double the outlay on this project. Until he gets the second car, Leepu can't start the bodywork, so he hits the streets. And suddenly, he sees something that puts all thoughts of a swan car right out of his head.
That could be a surfer's car.
Within a few seconds, Leepu's original concept of a graceful 6-wheeled swan car has evolved into a long, curvy beach truck, rugged enough to bounce over the dunes and cool enough to cash in on the style-conscious surf market. And better still, he's just found an ad for the perfect showcase for it.